beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. I am Lisa, an EFT practitioner and an embodiment queen, and we're diving into this topic that affects so many of us today, and that's all about social anxiety, but more importantly, how to cure social anxiety. So if you've ever felt that intense nervousness in social situations, then you are not alone, and this is for you. So social anxiety is not just, if you go to a party, you just want to go home, maybe you're feeling a bit off, you're not the most comfortable. That's not necessarily social anxiety. I feel like social anxiety is thrown around like there's no tomorrow, just like anxiety is. But I'm talking about that crippling feeling, that knot in the stomach, like that panic. You're about to have a panic, you're going to jump out of a car. And let me give you just a quick example of what I'm talking about, okay? There was this one time, and this is when I first really realized I had social anxiety. Guess what? I didn't know I was social anxiety at the time. This was way after my healing. But I remember vividly going on my way with my boyfriend at the time to meet up with some friends that we've been friends for years. And I remember just driving there out of nowhere. I was about to have a panic attack, and I even said to my boyfriend, I can't go, I need to go home. It was just like this, something in me, I couldn't go through with socializing, and it made no sense. Why? What is going on? And he laughed at me, called me ridiculous, and I just had to suck it up. But the feeling of, I literally just wanted to open up that car door and jump out of it, run home, hide under the covers, and never speak to anyone ever again. That is what I call social anxiety. Obviously, it doesn't need to be that extreme. Social anxiety can also be a bit more mild in the sense of you socialize, but afterwards you're kind of crippled with all these thoughts. Why did I say that? Did they care I was there? Are they judging me? What was the point of me going? All these crazy thoughts and feelings, okay? So if any of that resonated with you, and the thought of socializing honestly cripples you, and it's kind of affecting your life, it's holding you back in some way, then this video is for you as I share my 4 biggest things to cure social anxiety that I swear by, okay? So grab a comfy seat and let's get started, okay? So first off, let's acknowledge that social anxiety is real. It's a real thing. Let's validate ourselves. Let's bring awareness to how real and hard this can be. And if you're experiencing it, you are not alone. You are not alone. It is experienced by millions and millions of people. And there's a good chance that you're going to be meeting people or socializing with someone that's struggling with social anxiety and you just don't know about it. Okay, I was the queen of masking my social anxiety for years. Putting on a mask, and no one would have any idea about the anxiety that I was living with when I was put in these situations because I was hiding it from the world. Okay, so just because you don't see it on everyone doesn't mean they're not also struggling with it, okay? So I want to bring awareness to that, because the awareness and the acknowledgement of it is the first step to healing it, okay? And I'm here to remind you that it doesn't need to control your life, okay? And I'm going to share with you some powerful steps for you to take and tackle this head on, so you can kind of turn your anxiety into confidence and reclaim your life again, okay? So step 1 is understanding your anxiety. I'm a big believer your anxiety is constantly trying to talk to you, okay? The first and most crucial step is understanding what is social anxiety. And just start asking yourself, when do I feel this the most? Is it around strangers, at work meetings, groups, at parties, with family? So back in the day as a teenager, when I was young, I was definitely socializing at events out of fear of having to be talking to people I don't know. Communicating with people that I don't know is I couldn't do it. Okay. But these days, social anxiety, the only time it does creep in for me now is mainly with family. Honestly, not my partner or my kids, but my mum, my sister, my relatives. That's where my social anxiety really creeps in, and that's where I struggle with the most. So identifying your triggers is the first step, okay? Step 2, mindfulness and breathing techniques. Now I know most people roll their eyes at mindfulness and breathing techniques like, okay, so mindfulness and breathing techniques is more powerful than you think, okay? So deep breaths, everyone. Okay, one of the quickest ways to calm anxiety is through mindful breathing. Anxiety normally restricts our breathing, our airways. It can kind of constrict our chest, so we're struggling to take full breaths, okay? Taking in all that oxygen that is available to us, okay? So by taking these deep mindful breathing, we can calm our anxiety. Okay, so when you feel the surge of anxiety, you just take a moment, slow down, and take a few deep breaths through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And repeat this a few times just to center yourself, to ground yourself, okay? I promise you it's going to be a game changer, okay? Step 3, challenging negative thoughts. So I don't know if you saw my video on YouTube, which is all about your anxiety is a liar. Your anxiety is honestly lying to you. So when you can start to see that your anxiety is just different lies you're telling yourself, you get to change that, okay? And you get to start to replace that. So social anxiety is fueled, okay? Honestly, it lives on negative thoughts like, everyone's judging me. I'm going to say something stupid. Are people even listening to me? Like all these thoughts that we all, we've experienced. If you struggle with social anxiety, I guarantee you've had one of those thoughts, okay? So I want you to challenge yourself by asking yourself, is there solid evidence to this? Because when you start to be a detective, when you start to have the mindset of an FBI agent with your social anxiety, you're going to start to realize there's no evidence to these lies that you're telling yourself. Your anxiety is just creating false narratives that you are believing blindly because you're not choosing to investigate these beliefs, okay? And then you can start to replace these negative thoughts, these lies you've been telling yourself with some actual truths. Okay? And if you don't have these truths handy, again, turn it into a game of where can I find the evidence of the truth? Okay? Tap with me in one of my videos and start to access your truth that you can start to tell yourself in these times. Okay, finally, 4, and I guess you're going to know what I'm going to say, EFT, also known emotional freedom techniques, tapping is honestly my favorite way, okay? Tapping, oh my God, EFT, it's just this incredible tool. And if you don't know about it, it's just this, it's kind of like acupuncture without the needles. It's releasing all of these pent up emotions that you've been holding on to in your energy field, okay? And you release the anxiety as you're tapping. You're honestly releasing all this energy, this anxious energy that you've been building up, okay? It's just, like I said, a holistic way to release those pent-up emotions and to calm your mind, okay? Check out any of my other videos on EFT to get started if you're new to tapping. And I just want to end this with, remember, curing social anxiety is a journey. It's not a race. You might not cure it in this 4-minute video, okay? It's a bit longer than 4 minutes, but you get the point. Okay? Be patient and kind to yourself. Celebrate your small wins and keep pushing forward. Okay? You've got this. Every time you talk to someone new, celebrate yourself. Okay? And if you found these tips helpful, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content and healings around anxiety and emotional wellness, and drop a comment below with your tips or experience so we can support each other.